Hello my dears, welcome back to My Main Stitches. So here's where the rubber starts to meet the road. This is where we put our pattern pieces out and start to look at our guide sheet for directions on how to lay them out on the fabric. But before we do that, we make our adjustments. When I was cutting out the pattern pieces 9 through 15, a convenient thing happened. The pattern maker had all pieces for the pants on one sheet of tissue paper. So that was nice. And then I folded all the other parts and tissue paper back up really neatly. And all of that is neatly back into the envelope for now. So next, one thing to note, when you're cutting out your pattern pieces, cut, generously around the largest line, so that when you cut your pieces out, you end up with just a little extra tissue paper outside of those lines so that you can pin things down easily on your fabric and cut easily around those outside lines. So that's just a little tip. So I am making my pajama pants first, not just because I'm awesome, but because I want to make all of my mistakes on my pants. That way theirs will be hopefully more smooth for me to make, and I'll have more confidence as I'm putting theirs together, and there'll be fewer mistakes. So back to adjustments. As we prepare to cut our pattern out, we want to take those measurements that we took with our measurement sheets and compare our numbers to the final numbers on the back of our pattern envelope. That's the first thing we do before we cut out. We do this because, just for instance, it says on the back of the envelope that the finished length of the pants is 41.5 inches. And on my measurement sheet, I need my length to be 35 inches for my final length. So that means I have 6.5 inches to adjust on the pants leg. This is something I wish someone had told me when I first started sewing, because right there, that's 6.5 inches of fabric that I don't have to waste by cutting this out and then going back later and cutting it off the bottom and throwing that away. So I could use that later for a tie or a scrunchie or something. So what I'm going to do, instead of do one long elaborate video on making adjustments, instead I'm going to continue to take you in smaller steps, bite-sized pieces to get us going, right? So the first or next video will actually be adjusting length. And I'll use this book that I've talked to you about before. This really great Singer Sewing Pants That Fit book. And we'll go through, I'll do adjustment of length. I'm sure I'll have to make some adjustments for a protruding rear. That's what they call it in the book. So yeah, I'm gonna go through video at a time and show you how to make the specific adjustments to get a perfect fit for your body. Thanks for listening. More to come.